Paper towel. Get the crusties off. Yeah. Uh-oh. I hope my music is actually playing. Nope. Hopefully the music this time will actually be on the stream. Come on. They're wanting to stick to the silicone mat. Goodness. They don't want to pick up the wax. Ugh. Come on. Really? There we go. I don't want to move it to my other mat right now, because moving all this would be just a pain in the tuchus. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look so cute. I'm just gonna do a line, honestly. Just make sure I don't put too much glue. I hope you can hear the music, because if you can't, I sound really silly right now. And I said this in my stream last night, but I did switch over and found a program to be able to use my phone camera instead of the best webcam I have, and it already looks better in OBS, so it definitely looks better in the output. It also helps that I'm not working black on black again with my gloves, which I will stream more of me working on those, the nails on the other set, and then the actual body of both. But I've been putting off using these new earbuds until after I jazzed up the case, and I really want to use them because my old earbuds, the reason why I bought new ones, is because one of them, just one side does not work anymore. So I can only hear out of my left ear with the old pair. And you know this glue has to dry for a period of time before you can like do too much else with it, but it's still gonna look cool. I'll add more glue before I do that. Holding this glue like a piping bag. as I figure out the best ways for me to do these crafting streams, my setup is probably gonna like switch around a few different times, but I mainly want to actually want to stream from a different desk. It's actually a like a fold table type deal that I found at I think it was a thrift no, it was a Habitat for Humanity location, and it folds out into just like this tiny little thing, but then the sides go up and it has spokes to keep them up, and it's a really good like work table for my sewing and for this kind of stuff. And if I do get that one like dirty, like if I get glue or paint on it, it's not going to be that big a deal because it's a crafting table first and foremost. Oh my lord, thank you. Please, sticky stick. Yeah, I'm probably going to use the other mat next time I do any of this because the silicone just wants to stay, and I don't want to take too much of the wax off of this thing if I can help it, because I got a really cute one to match my aesthetic, my purple and orange aesthetic, if you couldn't tell. Once all of this dries completely, I'm gonna have to go over it with an alcohol wipe to get all this wax. I don't know if you can see it very well. Like on these 3 gems over here, there's some wax residue. But, I mean, it better be wax than glue residue, because glue, when it gets on there, yeah, cleaning that off is a nightmare. I want to use the dauber instead of my tweezers because I just don't really want to mess with tweezers right now. Okay, nothing moved. The one good thing about the silicone mat, though, is that it does get the glue up real easy. this works out so that the pattern I might not be able to make it quite right, but I'll try. Yeah. It's not gonna be even, but you know what? It's a personal project, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna see if I can nudge some of these little... They're a bit too far from the border. I think I'm gonna do around the top bit next, but not on the flap, because, well, actually I could do it on that flap bit, just can't do it on the other bits. Yeah, that'll work, and then it just shows it's charging. Whew. Start it on this corner and work my way around. Of course I'm shaking like a leaf. Alright, that's good for a few. And here, I'll do it the opposite color of what's down there underneath it, just to see if it'll help give it some depth, I guess. No, you have to stay right there. You silly little piece of plastic. Just get on there. There we go. Gosh, why is my hand so shaky now? Come on. Thank you. orange. There we go. I know I could fit 3 down here, so I'll do purple, orange, purple. Up. Yeah, this is gonna be a imperfect patterned thing, but you know what? It's just for me, and I just wanted it to be sparkly. They did have this case in like a light purple, and I thought it was super cute, but it would have been like 17 bucks for these. And if I just got the white case, which I'm guessing wasn't as popular because it stains easier, it was only 10 bucks. So I'm like, I'll just get the case and customize it myself. I think I'm gonna see about customizing this top bit because it's easier to hold. But let me, I just did those. Let me clean this off. Yeah, no, I don't want blue on my desk. Actually, let me see if I can also get chat pulled up from my iPad. Just trying to figure this stuff out on my PC is not all there. Make sure all of my volume is off. Yep. There we go. And now I am the only one watching my own stream. But there's nothing wrong with that. of these rhinestones I have. I might have to do this bit a different color, but it won't be that big a deal. Since I'm using this stream as an opportunity to ramble without it being weird, I guess I'll say what other creative things I'm gonna do today. I plan on finally, because I've just been putting it off for days and days, doing a pinup photo shoot for my pinup stuff for Luna, which is my more 18+-esque type stuff. In the sense of pinup isn't really something for kids, it's more adult, you know. But I plan on doing that. My wonderful sister helping me with photography, because it's hard to take pictures when you're posing. And then I'm meeting up actually with my burlesque mentor tomorrow, so I want to attempt to make these little red velvet cakes that so I'm using like the more cake pop method for it. As soon as it comes out of the oven steaming, I'm going to put it in a stand mixer and just blend it together so that it binds, and then put them in a silicone mold to set that I think will be really cute. And after that, this way, I'll find just a simple, like, from scratch icing recipe and just drizzle that on top, and then have some for me, but maybe bring 1 or 2 each to my mentor's place while we have our first meeting. I don't know if she has a spouse, so that's why I'm saying, or a partner, so that's why I'm saying, like, I should probably bring more than 1 just to be safe. But yeah, that's what I hope to get done tonight. Anything else will just be a bonus. Because I have some convention prep. I'm doing Lexington Comic and Toy Expo coming up, and I need to sort through my inventory, make last minute stuff, finalize what hardware I'm bringing to the booth. I actually got 2 tables this year, so one of the tables will have my normal table setup, and then the rest of the table we're gonna have my probably it's a TV tray. But I'm also gonna bring my clothing rack, so I know the clothing rack will take a lot of that footage where the table was, and the clothing rack is just to make sure there's no empty space and a little more extra table room. And honestly, anything else we can put too, because I could always just do bring a small table as well. but I do need to stop by the hardware store first because I just got a new truck because my Honda CR-V decided to die. It lasted a very long time and drove to a lot of places. I put a ton of miles on that car. I'm pretty sure when I got it first, it was at like 92,000. And then before it bit the dust, it had at least like 210, maybe 220,000. So I doubled it and then some in only a couple of years. But I now have a truck, so I need to get just a little bit of protective stuff for everything that I'm going to put in the bed, just because I don't want any of my inventory when I put it in there to get wet. So I'll probably get a tarp, and if it goes a bit above the edge of the truck bed, I'll also get a some straps to have it strapped down as well, just for precautions. But honestly, I think it'll be a much better fit for me, and hopefully will make unloading and loading for most of my events pretty seamless. And I get to haul my mom's RV from time to time, so we can actually bring that if I don't want to do a hotel room or something. But only for certain events, because most of the time having a hotel room at the venue is the best option. So I know I'm not doing the, because we'd have to, if for most of my cons, at least 3 of them back to back in a row in late July, early August are in Texas, and unfortunately, when not in use, that RV would need to be placed in my dad's driveway, and it's just for all that we're gonna do, there's just no room to be able to do that. So hotels it is for this con season, but next year when I'm applying and such to others, I'll definitely check out where nearby trailer or campground areas are. Hopefully ones with pavilions where you can like get showers and stuff, just because trying to get a shower in my mom's camper is akin to a nightmare. It's not the easiest to do, and I'm like 5'2", and I'm not necessarily skinny, but I am on the smaller side, and it's still hard for me to like even imagine getting a shower in that thing. But in the name of saving money, we must do what we must do. But I am really excited for this upcoming con season. Sorry, I keep going place to place. The 3 cons that are in Texas that I'm doing my presumable last year at Anime Matsuri for a while. It's a good con, but I haven't necessarily been really lucrative at it since they switched their artist alley to combined it with the vendor hall. That just, in my opinion, some people did better after that switch. I did not. And the only reason why I re-upped for this year is because last year I did the 18 plus area and did really well because, again, I was a niche in that area. I'm a fiber crafter. I sew, I knit, I crochet. And mind you, I have been doing this since before the post-pandemic everybody and their mother crochets now thing. So I am with a lot of people in the sense that, just get this little piece of glue off. It just, Dang it. I don't want any of these to shift, so I'm trying not to put my piece down. But the post-COVID, everyone learned to crochet while COVID happened, so crochet is now everywhere, and unfortunately it's kind of like the same plushies, and I did do some of those plushies before the boom, and they're real fun and real cute. And I'm only bringing this up because I saw a video about this, I think this morning, but it was someone's pet peeves for artist alleys and such, and they're just like, it was mainly just for the plushies, and they're like, we know you take all that time and stuff, but no one wants to buy the same 3 plushies at a higher price because you put a lot of time and work into it. And I kind of disagree and agree at the same time with that stance. Like, it did make me sad that to be able to even sell anything at cons the last few years, and I've been doing this for I've been doing this for quite a few years, but basically for my stuff to even remotely sell, I had to do plushies. Like, no one would buy anything else, even if it was reasonably, quote-unquote, priced, aka I undersold the shit out of some of my stuff, but, just like for a decent amount of time, I had to sell plushies to even break even at most events. And then it's always been hit or miss. There are a lot of events that I'm like, I thought it would do well, but nothing did well. But I find that it was mostly the conventions, like one-day conventions, which no matter what are hit or miss, but mainly larger conventions that get a lot of publicity and things like that. It's just because they have the vendors areas and the artist areas basically together, which I've found can be, at least for people like me, trying to get through that whole thing as it's all in one room is so overstimulating, it's not even funny. So, I prefer when they're in separate rooms. Again, like when I said, when Anime Matsuri was, artists are in one area, dealers is in the next. I found that it was easier to drum up sales because it's 2 separate rooms. You get a break of stopping and then walking to the next place to, like, clear your head from overstimulation, and yeah, it can be difficult. But I think most of the cons I'm doing this year, either most or a good chunk more than I did last year, are 18 plus only events. I might as well just ramble off my current schedule at the moment. After Lexington Comic and Toy Expo, I'll be doing Huntsville Comic Con, which is in Huntsville, and I've been doing this show, I think this is going to be my 5th year, and every year it has at least done well or done better as it keeps growing. I know last year they opened up a whole nother section of the main ballroom to add more artist vendors and a few small business vendors as well. And that was really cool, mainly because it was the first year a vendor friend of mine, Alex, was there, and I was really, really happy she was there. Yeah. Stick on the thing. But that's always been a good show. And then after that one, gosh, I think I don't have anything else until July. Yeah, July, even if. So I still don't know if I'm approved or not. I will know this week. if I'm approved for Anime Blues Con in Memphis, which I've driven through Memphis many a time. Never really wanted to live there or visit, just because it has a reputation for being a high crime area. And I just didn't want to have to deal with that because someone stole my shit. It doesn't have a lot of street resale value, but it would make me cry. And then I think they recently, though, have been doing a bit tough on crime stuff, so it's not as bad as it was. But so I might be doing that convention in Memphis. I know they just changed leadership, because I know the con wasn't being run the best before, so I'm hoping with the new leadership it is a good con, because having something a bit closer to home would be nice, because Memphis is only like maybe 4.5 hours away from me, so that would be fun. And then after that, it's Anime Matsuri, the 3 Texas ones. Then after that is Bell County Comic Con in Belton, Texas. It is an amazing con. I've been there many times. The only time I haven't been is I didn't go last year, but just because I had scheduling conflicts with another event. And I just couldn't make it to it, so I didn't apply. But I did apply this year. I managed to get the same hall I always get, Hall E, which is the, oh my lord, the Equine Center. Hopefully I got my corner booth, but it really is. It's a well-run con. And I've always done well at that convention, which is crazy to me. And then after that, I'm doing Ecchi Fiesta, which is an 18+ con in San Antonio. That one's only a 2-day con, but I honestly feel like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Plus, at these Texas cons, I might get to see some friends. Fingers crossed. I am a Texas girly, used to live there, and I miss it terribly. But I do love living where I do now. 100%. And then after those... I actually have my thing pulled up over here. Let me just double check because I keep forgetting things. Go Google Calendar, go! I might have a bit too much running at once. Oh, there we go. It's loading. Okay, My computer doesn't want to do what I want it to. Okay, I'm in Missouri, Bell County, Ecchi Fiesta, and oh yes, okay. After Ecchi Fiesta, it's about a month and a half later, I'm doing Otonadake Con, which is an event in, I believe it's in either Birmingham or Huntsville. I think it's in Huntsville again. And then I'm doing Waifu Con, which is in Birmingham. And then, let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, after that, there's nothing else on my calendar. I might pick up like 1 or 2 one-day events just around town if they become available, just to branch out into the community a little bit, which will be lots of fun, honestly. I know there's an event at the Catio, which is a Nashville cat sanctuary type place where they take in animals and people can come in and pay a fee and visit, and all the animals are up for adoption there, and it's basically kind of like I need to apply for it. It's a crafting event that's basically like a fundraiser also for the place. All of the booth fees, I believe, will go to the Catio itself, which I think is really cool. And then I'll try and find a few places here and there that also have some good maybe like a craft fair or something, or just like a spring event. I'll be busy in the summer, so definitely nothing too too out in the sun. Real pretty so far, and I definitely won't have enough of these colors to do the rest of it, so I'll probably just do the bottom bit in black, which I should have some more of these same size coming in. I do have some black ones. If you saw my Rhinestoning stream last night, you'll know that, but I want to make sure I have enough of those for my actual burlesque gloves. So I will just set this on here and let these dry a bit. So I guess right now this is the end of my stream, because I don't want to bring over another project yet. So thank you if you ever did stop by, and just have a great day. Goodbye.